Hey everyone, it's a Crafted Crocheter back for another video. It is late. It is 12:41 a.m. here where I live, which is Pennsylvania. It is July 15th, which is my pap's birthday. Before we get started, this is episode 81. And I want to say a huge thank you to my 357 subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys coming back every single video I make and watch. I have quite a few things finished, and I have several new started projects. So, and I have a couple of things that are like only need like one or two more things and then I'll be ready to go. So let's do my finished objects first. So the first one I have is this little virus shawl that I made. It is using the Mandala Fairy colorway, and I used a 5mm hook for this. So that's that one. I also finished this virus shawl, and I have a stitch marker on it, and I am using a 6.5 hook on this one, and this is the colorway Toffee Brickle Karen Cake, and I have 3 mats that I am giving to that I am donating to the animal shelter, and I am just basically using up my scraps. So I have that one. This one does not have its ends woven in, but there's another one. And I have another one. This one is quite big. It's huge. And I am using one of these plastic acrylic hooks, and it's a 9mm. Sorry. I had on one of my live chats, I had some questions about this baby blanket. It is the 6-pointed star baby blanket. I was thinking about putting tassels or pom-poms on it, but since it is a baby blanket and I have not figured out how to not make my pom-poms fall apart, I decided that I would just add as many rows as I can, and I think I was able to get like 2 or 3 more rows out of the cake. So it's a pretty good sized baby blanket. And this is in the Lion brand ice cream yarn in the colorway Cookies and Cream. I love this. So I have that one. I also finished this baby blanket, which is a little curly, but I don't really think it matters. The inside squares are Karen Simply Soft in the colorway Baby Brights, I think. And then I used just a plain white to border them all in. And I added some little ruffles up here with the V-stitch. So it's done. I also finished, finally used up all of this yarn, I do believe. And this is the colorway Blue Ridge. It was Barcelona, and I just finished the shawl. So that is the last of that yarn. Now I have some amigurumis that I finished. So I finished 2 more octopies. This one's eyes are kind of messed up. Like, you got one there, and then you got one up there. But I think he'll be okay. I finally made 2 narwhals. I've been saying I'm going to make them now for how long. So, okay, it stayed. So get closer to the camera. So, this little guy is a lot bigger because I used a 5mm hook. And my mom was like, you know, you should really make her a baby. So I made her this. I made this one. And I used my 3.75. Look how much difference there is. And for their horns, since it's a chunky yarn, I used the Big Twist. This is like my narwhal bag. I have like several of them down there. This is Chunky Natural. It's the Big Twist. So, yeah, I finally made 2 narwhals. And they are, so with those ones, sorry, have like made my own like thing, and they're not okay. There we go. And I have this much left. It's Charisma, the chunky yarn at Michael's, and this is called the Peacock Tails. I thought I had the band right here, and of course I don't. But yeah, this is how much I've left, which isn't enough to make anything else with, so I'll use it for stuffing. So yeah, this one I stuffed with polyfill, and I didn't have my stuffing near me, so I filled this one with yarn scraps, and it is like quite a difference. But yes, those are my 2 narwhals that I made. Thank you, Randy, because they are so stinking cute. I can't wait till you make the other sizes. Okay, speaking of narwhals, I have some that are pretty much done. So I have this one with a hair attached to it. So I have this one, and it is made with blacklight. And I also have this one. So I have 2 of them. Oh wow, they kind of match. That's pretty cool. Okay, this one needs to go this way, and this one needs to go that way. There we go. So yeah. All they need is all of their fins made. And that's it. For my narwhals. And I like to keep several variegated and I got this one for their horns, which is worsted weight, and it is Red Heart Super Saver soft white. My next whip is, I just started this one. It is out of Lion Brand ice cream yarn in the yellow colorway. Is it like lemon or something like that? Or I don't know, whatever the yellow one is. And it is the beautiful shells blanket, not shawls. And this is, it's blown out. Can you see it? No, I'll show it to you closer. There we go. That is the back. So there it is. I'm only a couple rows into it. And that'll be a baby blanket. I think I have a big enough bag for it. I love these bags. So that's the started whip. My next started whip, okay, I am literally obsessed literally obsessed with this granny square. It is called the Windowpane Granny Square. Is that the back? Yes, that is the back. And look at this. I love this. I love this. You will see in my other two whips how obsessed I am with this granny square. This is going to be a baby blanket because a couple days ago my grandma's like, you need to slow down on your shawl making and you need to slow down on your lapgan making because I honestly have 4 bags of nothing but shawls and lapgans in my closet that I need to donate. So you put that on the hold. I am also making a kind of like a scrap Windowpane blanket. So basically I take a cake of yarn and make Windowpane granny squares. I do 6 rows and however many I can get out of one cake is how many squares I have. Like I had 1 cake of this yarn, which this is the yarn from Ice Yarn, I do believe, and it came from Randy from Random Randy's Ramblings, I think. I don't even know. The 3 R's. So I got 3 squares out of 1 cake. And I guess this is kind of a whip too. I guess I am doing whips, ain't I? But I have another one started, and I don't know exactly how many I'll get out of this cake. I still have that much left. And I just have like small cakes in here that, because I'll tell you the reason for this being. Can you see my bookshelf? Okay. So let me show you. This, and this shelf is all variegated yarn. This shelf is blue yarn, and this shelf is green yarn. I have a problem, people. And I need to use up a lot of my variegated. That's why I'm starting some blankets. And I am either going to edge those squares in black, white, gray, or maybe not gray. Black, white, or maybe like an Aran or a buff colorway. Somewhere along those lines, like a cream, maybe. I think that would be nice. Chocolate milk. Okay. Where's my text on? On my book. And this is my last Windowpane. I am making this out of my Frogged refurbished Spearmint Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in the Spearmint colorway. I caked it back up and I am using it for this one. And I'm using a 5mm for this. I like it. I'm gonna have to clean off my bed again. And my last whip, which this whole bag right here is full of random magic cakes, is what they're called. And I am going to use this yarn, the scrap yarn, to make my mats. And this is another scrap mat that I'm working on for the animal shelter. So, that is everything I have to show this week. I hope everybody had a great weekend or week or whatever you're doing, whatever you're up to. I hope it's great. FYI, or for your information, I still have not found Bubba Woodman, which I don't think I ever will. I've come to terms with that I probably will never find him. Last night I kinda got upset on my live video, and I do apologize for that. But I'm okay now, I think. I went into the woods the other day and yelled at him and told him that I hated him for doing this to me and started crying, and basically that was my way of getting it off my chest, I guess. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks everybody for the messaging me and asking me if I'm okay. I am okay. It's just a big transition. That's all. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get this uploaded. Sorry for the short episode this week. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're all staying cool or hot or wherever you are. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.